So I've been playing the new Scarlet and Violet games, and I really like them. But they're kind of easy for me, probably because I was over leveled for it. Who cares? So I decided I want a little challenge. So I did what I saw a lot of other people being doing. I decided to do a Fletchling only run. He's easy to get at the start, and he's Fletchling. Everyone loves him. So, of course, the game starts off just like normal. You're in your room, you go downstairs, say hi to your chipmunk, talk to your mom, the principal breaks in saying, "Oh, I forgot your file." Oh, but, I take responsibility. I come personally. Come, my child. Okay, so you go, you pick a starter. I chose Firecracker, of course, because he looks the best. Like, anyone who says different is just wrong. Like, there's nothing to say there. And because the Weed Cat will be much easier to fight later on, because that's the one that your nemesis will choose. Don't ask me why. And you go, mom says, "Here's a sandwich. It will help you." And you're off. Now, time to get Fletchling. He's on Poco Path. He's one of the first areas you can get. And he's just by the ledge. He's always there. I don't know why, but that's like why I can only find him there. Besides sometimes he'll be fine, but he's just there. So you got him, and this is where the run starts. Now, let's never use our Firecracker again. He's gone. You hear a cry, and you run to her and go, "Oh no, what's the matter?" And you fall off a cliff. Why not? The legendary Pokemon is there. He's hurt. You give him sandwich, and he's all powered up. I don't know what they put in these sandwiches. Don't ask me. And he takes you through a dark cave. And in the dark cave, you see Houndours and Houndooms. They like to kill you. I don't know what's wrong with this place. Like, why is everything so evil in the cave, but nowhere else? I guess, yeah, but it turns out they're really weak, and legendary Pokemon is big and scary, so he scares them off. Yay, they're gone! And then you go to school, you choose your 3 paths, but the one we really don't care about is the Champions Pass, so that's the one we focus on. So I guess there's that. We have to get the other ones just because the game won't let you leave without it. So I head out, and it's time to train. The easiest way to train is to go to raid battles. Raid battles are way easier to fight, and when you lose to them, it doesn't count as a whiteout because you don't die, and you don't get a game over, so it doesn't count as a whiteout. The game doesn't count as a whiteout, and you come back alive, so you're fine. That's why they are way better than fighting normal guys. While going to the gym, I got my first whiteout by this guy. All the Pokemon around were 11 to 13, so I thought it would be fine. But he had a Jigglypuff at level 17. Like, what the heck? Where did that come from? So, I had 0 badges, didn't even get close to a gym, and I had a whiteout because of this stupid Jigglypuff. That's fine. We'll just have to train some more before I get that gym badge and not die. As I was going, I realized I was on the wrong side, and I got sidetracked. So, I flew to the right side of town, and I headed off to the bug gym. As I fought through away, I remembered that Fletchling doesn't learn any good fire attacks whatsoever. Like, the only fire attack he can learn is Ember, and if you don't know, Ember sucks. Like, it has a base power of 40, it sucks. So I look around for TMs that might be able to replace Ember. That would be a fire one, so I can use it. But I can't find any. And so I just think, you know what? He is flying, which flying is a good replacement for fire for the bug and the grass gym. And I don't really think you really need a fire specific attack that flying won't cover until the ice gym, which he does learn Stilling by then, so I don't have to worry about that. And the fire one, I'll probably need only for the Elite Four still, which is a very long way. I'm completely fine. So I decide, good enough, let's head to the bug gym. So I finally got to the town with the gym. I headed straight to the gym. The gym challenge was to roll the bean into the net. It's easy enough. Without even fighting the trainers, you just jump. You can get it right past, real simple. But I decided, why not fight the trainers so I can get a little bit of experience, that little experience, so I can finish the first gym without any whiteouts, because I already have one from before. And easy enough. I won them. Good. Let's go. Time for the gym. So, of course, he started with a nimble. That's his first attack. And knowing that flying has a lot of weaknesses, I Treshlize immediately. And you spec on him, it does about half damage. I was good with the attack and about half my health. And the next shot, he died. Okay, next Pokemon, Yarn Spider. I healed myself because I don't know how well he attacks. He used Bug Bite, does basically nothing. He comes with a second bite, and I return the pet. Dead. Last Pokemon, Teddiursa. He, of course, Treshlies into a Bug type. Okay, I have Peck and Ember. I'll be fine. He uses Furry Cutter, bringing me lower than half health. We chase and blows. I mostly heal. He then lands a critical hit on the Fur Cutter, taking all of my health in one. And I got another whiteout to this monstrosity. So I lost to the first gym leader. Oh well, time to train. Cue epic training music, blah blah blah. Then I remembered raid battles again. XP candy once again, so overpowered. I should have used them more. So I went to those, and when I say I came back stronger, I came back so much stronger. Not only was I way over leveled this time, but I came back with a move that would destroy them. Acrobatics, which if you don't know, is a really good flying move. So I went, first nimble, one shot that stupid little bug. Next, Yarn Spider, gone. Next was Teddiursa. She came, she Treshlies it, and I one-shot that with an acrobatics. I now won the first gym, and I was ready to go. After beating Teddiursa, I remembered another guy that killed me. Jigglypuff. This stupid little Pokemon. He's not even that good, and he killed me just because he was higher leveled. Like, what the heck? So, when I went back, and when I say I pounded that man to the ground, he did not wake up the next morning or ever again. That Jigglypuff died. And now I was on top of the world, and I have killed everyone that gave me a whiteout, and that ruined my day. But I was overleveled, so I figured directly to the grass gym it is. So, with the grass gym challenge is easy, simple enough. You find some sunflowers, you gather them, you bring them over, and you put them in the garden or whatever it is. I don't know. Good. I did it. It was easy. Okay. So next was the gym leader. It still only had 2 whiteouts. So if I could win this whiteout free, 1 whiteout per gym, that would be amazing. It would make me feel better about losing to a Jigglypuff if I won to a gym after. So, he starts off with Bertel, Fletchling killed it with an acrobatics right away. Next is Smaller, came to the same fate, dead. Last was Sudowoodo, his ace, the one that usually kills me. So, he Treshlies it, taking away Rock, which was a weakness of mine because I was flying, so thank the Lord. Acrobatics didn't quite kill him the first time, but his Trailblaze was very weak. I guess he wasn't fast enough, so second one does the trick, and I killed him, making me 1 whiteout per gym. Let's go. Let's finish this round. Feeling cocky after destroying that last gym and destroying that Jigglypuff, I decided I'm ready for this next gym after just a few raid battles so I can get that sweet, sweet XP candies. When you get there, the president wants to fight you. I hadn't lost her yet, so why not? She starts off with the Rock Ruff, which I don't really have any effective moves against her. Luckily, I am a high level because I do plan on fighting this gym and winning. So after 2 acrobatics, killed. Next is Pommy. I am his weakness, so I Treshlies to turn normal and swifted him to death. Forgot it was easy, and that's why I chose her. So just 1 acrobatics later, and I win. With her down, it's time for the 3rd gym. After beating Pneumonia, it was time for the 3rd gym. The gym challenge is pretty simple in this. It's made up of 2 parts. One fighting the creepy principal guy and fighting his minions. One of these minions gave me another whiteout. And it was to one of my favorite guys from Pearl, Luxio. I love Luxio's line. But they freaking betrayed me. So I try again. And of course, I kill Luxio. And Luxio, come back to me. I actually like you. So don't be dumb. Just come back. And of course, I get past the second one. There was a little close call with Flaffy, but nobody is good without me. Luxio is the only one that could even have a chance. But okay, now time for the gym. The first guy was Poitrel. Easy enough. He died pretty simple. Her second, though, Bellybot. Stupidest Pokemon ever. I never thought I would think something was worse than their Umizoomi counterpart. Bellybot is so dumb. His trait, Electromorphosis, allows him to become stronger every time you attack him. And that thing killed me so many times. His Sparks was like so much more powerful. It'd go from like doing like nothing to doing like half my health. Like what the heck? Why is it so powerful? It's broken. I failed so many times. I didn't come back until I was level 38, which is why I started a trend of being so much higher than the gym leader, like way more than normal, because of this one dumb Pokemon. And when I finally beat him, it felt so good. And then I lost to Miss Magius right after. Saddened by my defeat from Miss Magius, I decided, let's go trade. And while trading, I saw the Metal Titan. And for some reason, thinking that Fletchling was fire, I thought, okay, I'm high enough level, maybe Ember would be enough, even though it has a stupid base power of 40 and is garbage. I go and fight it. And of course, I died at the last second from an Iron Tail. And I didn't even think he had Iron Tail because he was doing Headbutt before and not doing like any damage. But so he killed me and gave me another whiteout before I even went and defeated the third gym. So of course, I came back and I killed that stupid Earthworm and got the ability to jump higher, which I didn't think would be useful, but turns out it actually was useful jumping through cliffs. Anyways, back to Iona. I didn't come back till I was level 43, ready to smash through her Pokemon. So, of course, she started with a trail, and he swipped it away. Bye-bye. Bellybot, first attack did about health, and of course he attacked with Electromorphosis Spark, which, stupid as it was, did not do as much damage because I, of course, way higher defense and HP than before because I'm so much higher level. And he quickly died after. Luxio wasn't much different. He survived on a sliver of health, died after. But Miss Magius was still dumb. After all that I did with Bellybot, she came and decided to destroy my day. She kept using Confuse Ray. Even after I snapped out of confusion, she would just come right back and confuse me. But I still had hope. I kept using Swift, hoping to win, and I was pretty close to death. She pretty close to death. It was just between this last Swift, and I decided, who cares if I'm confused? I'm going to Swift, and I'm going to win. And I did it through the confusion, killing Miss Magius and giving my third badge with only 8 whiteouts, which is not too bad. If I can win the next gym badge without any whiteouts, then I can at least have a 2 to 1 gym badge ratio with whiteouts, and that's not too bad, right? So, after the fight, Kofu is next. He doesn't really have any threats. I'm way over leveled to him, so I decide to go directly to him, just passing everyone else by. And when you go to him, he runs out saying, oh, I want to go buy something, bye-bye. And then a guy comes out saying, oh, he forgot his wallet. Hey kid, you look trustworthy. Take this to him. It'll be your gym challenge. Bye. So you go there and you say, hey, do you want your wallet? But his fanboy says, oh no, he's too busy. Get lost, kid. And you fight him, really weak, win. And then he says, oh, okay, since you came this, go to an auction. Close to gambling as we'll allow for children. Good enough for you. So you gamble and you get whatever he wants. I'm not even going to question it. It's good. And now, time for the fight. So, I'm coming in at level 46. I have a muscle band. I finally learned about held items. Other than berries, of course, I've been using them. Don't be too mean. He starts off with Veluza. After acrobatic, 2 swifts, and a heal, he's dead. Next is Wug Trio. I need heal again because Veluza was much stronger than I expected. I heal. Wug Trio, very weak. He dies to a single swift. He's gone. His last Pokemon is his Ace. And his last Pokemon likes to use Crabhammer a lot, which does a lot of damage to me. So I have to go back to heal stalling. I keep healing, he keeps Crabhammering me. It goes back and forth. I do manage to get an acrobatics during this, but it does like very little damage, and I need a better plan. So I use Swift to bring him down into the yellow. He finally runs out of Crabhammer and starts pelling me with Rock Smash, which also does a lot of damage. Also does more than half, meaning that I stalled for basically no reason, and I have to find another way other than just stalling out his attacks. So he is in the yellow, and I'm pretty sure I can kill him with a Swift. So I keep healing, and then I find my chance, and I use a Swift well under half health and about to die. He loses. I win the 4th badge with 0 whiteout from the gym and still only having 8 whiteouts. Knowing that I barely made it out there alive and Larry is a boss, like nobody, you just don't go with Larry willy-nilly. I decide to train, and while training, I go to a random under-leveled Esparta, and she kills me, giving me another whiteout, which is not very good because I'm going to have to fight 2 Espartas that are mandatory. One in the Psychic Gym and one in the Champion. So, I need to get better than this. I cannot be losing to underleveled Espartas. So, I have to train. Apparently, not enough. I go to the next gym at level 47. Only 1 level above the last one. And I barely defeat the Ursaring to one of the challenges. And I immediately get killed by a little girl's Greedent. Greedent is awful Pokemon. When you have him, he's useless. He doesn't do anything. But I didn't realize that counter does a lot of damage if someone uses a physical attack against you. And for some reason, I didn't think to use Swift, which I've been using this entire time, which doesn't make sense to me because that's how I won most of my gym badges. So I kept dying to this Pokemon until finally I realized that. And I used Swift and I won that stupid Greedent. So, after ordering the right meal with grilled rice balls, yada yada yada, it's time to fight Larry. Larry starts off with a koala bear that likes to use yawn. So to avoid this, I use Fly. I fly up, he misses, I fly down, doing a good amount of damage. But he hits me with another yawn. So I use Swift, get him out of there, he's dead. But I'm asleep, and next is Dunsparce. I don't think he can do much, so I just awake my guy. And he used a Hyper Drill, which I was right, he did not do much. I used Fly again to get out of there. He used Glare trying to paralyze me, which I didn't know Glare paralyzes. And it is way worse for some reason than any other paralyzing thing for me. I don't know why, but I hate Glare. It's just dumb. Like, why the heck is it even a thing? But I do half damage. He uses Glare again and actually paralyzing me. And he follows it with a Hyper Drill. And me, being the dummy I am, thinking that if the first fly works when I fly up high, I'll be fine. I can hit him next turn. So I fly, and the paralyze takes me down. So I couldn't hit the attacking fly, and he's able to hit me again. And I'm now in death range. So I heal. I'm trading blows with him. Me keep healing. Him keep paralyzing me, yada yada yada, but I managed to kill him with a Swift. Next is his Ace Staraptor. I heal, go for facade. I try to protect myself, and I keep using potions and protect till I got a good place to attack. And then he kills me with a critical. I lost again. So I tried again, and I died. To win Larry, I would have to break an unspoken rule that I had throughout this challenge. I would have to use X items. I'd have to be a little bit smarter and start to bring them into play, which I didn't want to use them because I wanted to beat them without him, because Fletchling on his own is amazing. But Larry left me with no choice. So I went in again. Knowing that Qualla uses Yawn, that's where I would use my X items to boost my defense and boost my attack. I ended up only using 2 defense and 1 attack. Well, Qualla actually went for 2 slams and Yawn during that time. So like, what the heck, Qualla? What's wrong with you? You always use Yawn. Why didn't you not? But good thing he's not very strong because he didn't do much damage. And I actually wasted some time during the Yawn so that right when I wanted to attack, I woke up immediately and was able to fly. So I flew up, I one-shot him with that extra attack boost, and next comes Dun Sparse. Once again, I used Fly to not get hit with the flare, and I killed him one shot as well. Things are looking up. Now it's just Staraptor. With the extra defense, his attacks do very little damage finally, and I am able to use a Fly, nearly killing him first shot. And I finish him off with another Fly. 5th badge is done, and I only have 16 whiteouts, which is up from 8 from the last gym. I got double the whiteouts between Gym 3 and the end of Gym 4. But it is very promising that I'm able to finally beat Larry. When you win Larry, he gives you the TM Facade, which is actually going to be very useful throughout this run, and I actually take it. But right after you beat him, Nimona wants to challenge you, and she starts off with Lycanroc. Her Lycanroc goes first with a Cell Rock, but I now have Still Wing, so I could have a super effective attack against rock Pokemon. And I'm way higher, so I beat him. Next is Pomo. He missed the first Thunder Wave, I fly away, he dies. Yay! Gumi is really weak, so 1 Still Wing to take him out. And lastly, her cat, the one I chose the Croc Pokemon for. Dies really quick to a Fly. She was easy, not worth any time. After that gym with as much whiteouts as I have, I really need to train. I really need to get better, and so I go out to train. And while training, I see a Sableye, which I know is one of the Pokemon to the next gym leader. So I fight it. And of course, he gives me another whiteout. Why is it always just one random guy that is not even that strong that kills me? But, oh well. The next gym is double battles. Luckily, I have 3 Fletchlings, just in case I needed to do any of the Team Star battles. So I have them in my box. The other 2 are level 3, so I can use them. I will not be using any attacking moves with them, but I am allowed to use moves that will prolong their health as long as I'm not healing them, or reviving anyone, or stop the attacks from happening. So I teach my extra Fletchling, Protect, and Endure. With the perfect moves and the perfect guides, I head into the gym challenge. And I'm an opening act for someone, and of course I'm the best, so everyone loves me, everyone cheers. But you do fight people, and these people are all weak, and for some reason, they love to pick on the little guy. So he keeps using Protect and Endure, and my other Fletchling just kills one after the other after the other. As a new trainer comes, he just dies. Like, no special things happen here because I'm just too good for them. Time to fight the gym. You fight Rhyme after watching her destroy his life, and he runs away to work. Bye-bye. Her first 2 Pokemon are Mimikyu and Banette. Not wanting to waste a move on Mimikyu because of her disguise trait, I use Fly against Banette. And with one of my Pokemon using Protect, one of my Pokemon flying in the air, nothing happens. I don't get any damage, and I kill Banette. Mimikyu lands a slash, but that doesn't really do anything. And Handstone comes. I once again use Fly and Protect, making him faint, leaving her with her last two Pokemon, Toxtricity and Mimikyu. I terrestrialize normal, so ghost attacks don't really affect me. But my normal attacks will not really affect them, so it is a trade-off, which forces Toxtricity to use Discharge. I Protect and Fly, and the Discharge gets rid of Mimikyu's disguise. Unfortunately, Protect did fail this time, so one of my Pokemon died, and due to how this gym leader is, her guys got speed upgrades, all the upgrades, which is not very good. But I came down and I didn't kill Toxtricity. He was able to land a Discharge, and Mimikyu landed a Slash, bringing me down to the yellow. Another Fly, and Toxtricity was down, and thanks to his Discharge, Mimikyu was basically dead. So, after taking a Slash from Mimikyu, I did a quick heal, and then a Flame Charge, and I won the fight, earning the 6th badge without any whiteouts. After the gym, I put my extra Fletchling in its box, and I went to train for the next gym badge, which is a Psychic Gym. Shouldn't be too hard, but I had a problem with odd gym leaders. The first one I died to, the third one I died to, the 5th one I died to, but I didn't die to 2, 4, or 6. Like, I don't know what about odd ones, but they are ruining me. So, I decided to train a lot. But, while training, I realized I don't know how to get to Alfonso Gym. Last time I played, I had the Titans beat, but this one I did it. So I got lost. I looked everywhere, and turns out you have to walk on the side of the beach to get on a little cliff thing to get there. I went past this so many times. When I found this, I was angry. I was mad. This was dumb. Like, why the heck do they make this curvy path that way? But I finally got to the town with the Psychic Gym. I was level 67, and Nimona wants to fight you before the gym, so I let her. And, of course, she starts with Lycanroc again, which I am weak to, and she is high enough level that I won't be able to do much to Lycanroc. And she ultimately destroys me. I die. You don't have to win this fight, but I was petty, and I wanted to win. So I tried again, and I died again. And I just sulked. I just took my loss and said, okay, you can be the champ. I'll win you later. That's dumb. But the gym challenge for this is pretty easy. You dance weird like I don't think you can lose on this. Like, I missed so many times, but I didn't lose. But you also fight people in between these, which they actually was easy. I was poisoned, so Facade was actually very effective. And I won pretty easy. I basically just spammed Facade, and I won the gym challenge without any problems. That was pretty easy. I went into this gym poisoned, so my Facade would be more powerful and ready to kill. But for some reason, my poison disappeared. I don't know if I healed without knowing it or something went wrong, but it was just gone. But, oh well, I wasted some potions to get that poison here, but I guess it wasn't worth it. Oh well, who cares? I'll just have to survive. Well, Tulip, she starts off with a giraffe that got eaten by its tail. And I'm able to kill it in 2 shots with Facade, even though I do not have the boosted poison. Next is Gardevoir. She also gets claimed by Facade. Esparta is back, faster than me, and hits me with the Psychic, bringing me down, so I have to heal, and Psychic lowers my defense. She brought me down to the red right before the final Pokemon, which is Florges, and I was able to kill her with a Facade. Florges, on the other hand, was really easy. 2 Facades and she was down. I got my 7th gym badge, no problem. Maybe I was on a roll, my luck had changed, and I was going to win this without any more whiteouts. Next is the Ice Gym. This should be easy enough. Fletchling's evolution line is fire, so I should have some perfect fire attacks for this. Nope. Still can only learn Ember, and I have not found much better TMs. I did get Flame Charge, which I have been using, but that's still very weak, so I cannot use that. But luckily, I do have Steel Wing, which is super effective against ice, so maybe that will save me. So I train around it. Turns out all the guys around them are like 10 levels lower than the gym. So how am I supposed to find out if my attacks are very useful or not? I can't. With this sadness in mind, I go to the gym challenge, which is easy enough. You slide down, going through flags, hoping you don't go past them. If you go past them, then you add time and you win the gym challenge very easily. If you lose this, I don't know. Why? How can you? The gym leader, however, was different than the gym challenge. Not only looking like an icon, the first Pokemon they used was Frostmoth, immediately using Blizzard and one-shotting me because I didn't terrestrialize. I lost my streak, and I was so mad. So I did a lot more training, a lot more raid battles. I leveled myself up to level 70. I died. I went back, and I knew I could win this time. I used Protect and attack every other turn, so Frostmoth would get rid of her Blizzard, and I could win this. But he ended up dying to a single Facade, so all that practice was useless. Next was Beartic. Facade brought him into the yellow, and his Ice Skull Crash did about the same amount of damage to me. Knowing I'm faster, I used another Facade to kill him, bringing in Sea Titan. I healed, and he does not do much damage, so I didn't really worry about it, and I used Facade for the kill. But he clung to dear life with like 1 health. So I had to heal again and use Facade to kill him. The last Pokemon was Altaria, which turns to ice. Facade did do about 1/3, but she kept using Hurricane, and it always confused me. Confusion just bites me in the butt every single time, and it does a significant amount of damage. So I would have to keep on healing and attacking every other turn, but the confusion wouldn't leave. Barely not killing me, I was able to secure the win through a confusion and win the 8th gym badge. All I needed left was the Elite Four. The Elite Four, the hardest part about it is a stupid interview at the start. That interview is so long, and if you miss one, you have to restart. Like, I was mashing B, mashing A, and trying to get done with that as fast as possible, and I always chose the wrong answer for some reason, most of the time at the end of the interview. But when I finally beat that interview, I was ready for the easy stuff. Rika is first. Rika specializes in ground. Not a weakness, shouldn't be a problem. He starts off with the Wish Cache to go against my Fletchling. I start with the Facade, taking about some of his health, and he uses Blizzard, thankfully missing. I'm so weak to that. I did not terrestrialize yet. So, I return the diamond to Fletchling's head, and I kill it with the Facade. Next is Camerupt. My Facade nearly kills it, but it survives and uses a Yawn. I kill it next move, but I am put to sleep. Donphan, on the hand, is a menace. He uses Earthquake, doing about 100 damage. I heal using a full restore, and he goes for another. For some reason, I think I can kill it and go for a Facade, with him using Earthquake and getting me another whiteout. So, with that loss, I decided I need a new moveset. I changed Facade with Terra Blast, and I am ready for this fight. And I go right back in. Because that death with Donphan was basically because I was being dumb. It wasn't because he's good. He's not a very good guy. So I go back in. Wish caches first, of course. And I landed critical. Barely not killing him. He does a Blizzard, but since I'm terrestrialized, very little damage. and he fell to another Terror Blast. Next is Camerupt. I use Terror Blast, killing him. He's dead. Donphan, once again, was different. I used Terror Blast, killing him only about halfway, and he used an Earthquake, so I had to do another healing. But in the end, I remembered I was faster. I can risk it. Terror Blast has 100% accuracy. I'll be fine. And I killed him, and he's dead. Dugtrio was next. He used a Sandstorm. I kicked him off with this Terror Blast. Bye-bye. Next is his Ace. I was below half, so a heal, and he used Protect. So I did the right thing. He didn't even attack me, and for some reason, he likes to go for Protect first. My next Terror Blast did about half, and he poisoned me. So maybe Facade will be good. I can use it later. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. Still useless for me. Maybe you'll like it later on. But I did kill him with a Facade, rubbing it in and making me win the first Elite Four. The next of the Elite Four is Poppy. She's just a little girl. She should be easy, right? So I quickly heal, I put back Flame Charge on, and I was ready. Her first Pokemon is Copperjaw, and he killed me right away with a critical Heavy Slam. That was too much. So I needed to train. There's no way I would win. That guy one-shotted me, and Heavy Slam does more damage if the person is lighter, and I'm not going to be able to make Fletchling heavier, so I have to make the defense crazy high. So I trained so much more. I even went to the Fairy Team Star just so I can learn the move Heat Wave, which does have a way better fire attack and is actually pretty strong. And why do I have to go to a Team Star fight to learn this TM? Like, why can't I just pick it up? But I was sick of dying, so I decided to level up to level 100, max all my EVs that are allowed, and I was ready for this next fight, and I was going to waste this little girl and destroy her hopes and dreams. Fighting her. So of course she sent out Copperjaw first, and I started with a Heat Wave, killing her in one shot. Next is Corviknight. He didn't die as easy as Copperjaw, but he did use a Body Press, and I used a Heat Wave, actually burning him, and I let him die to burn. Next is Bronzong. Once again, barely doesn't die, but he doesn't do much damage, so I take this chance to heal up and use my X defense so that I can be more powerful and won't die to anyone else. He goes down to Heat Wave, and of course a Terror Blast that is very weak. Next one. Magnezone. He is electric, but luckily I'm terrestrialized, and I use a Heat Wave, and he survives because of Sturdy. He used a critical Flash Cannon, forcing me to heal, and I, of course, survived the next Flash Cannon, being all the way healed, and amazing as I am, and finish him off with the Terror Blast. His last Pokemon, Tinkaton, comes out, and I start with the Heat Wave, doing more than half, and he goes with the Stone Edge, which does nothing. Thanks to the X defense, I know, once again, I shouldn't be using them, but now they're too useful not to, which I only use them in the Elite Four and Larry's the best, so, makes sense. But with another Heat Wave, he is killed, and I win the Elite Four Poppy. Only 2 more to go. Next is the one, the only, the legend, Larry. Everyone's favorite gym leader, switching from normal to flying, just because he's that good at life, I guess. And to get ready for him, I get a Silk Scarf and I heal back up. So for his fight, he starts with Tropius. I use Heat Wave and he uses a Sunny Day, which just adds to my attack. I do not know why. Ask him. I use another Heat Wave. Altaria comes next. She uses a Blizzard. Thankfully, I'm terrestrialized, so it doesn't do much damage. And he also does barely any damage with an Ice Beam. I kill with the Facade, of course. A Terror Blast to kill Staraptor. Gone. Orcario is next. Terror Blast, dead. Next is Flamingo, the only required fighting guy to fight. I need to kill this guy before he kills me. But he immediately kills me with a close combat. I lost to Larry again. With another loss to Larry, I'm ready to kill someone. So I go straight back to kill him. And this time, I'm going back to X items. They're the one to go.
They never fail me. So, I use Tropius as my go-to. He doesn't do much damage. Perfect. So, I keep using X items. 222. Very, very powerful. He's very weak. His Solar Beam, nothing. Very weak. Does like nothing. I don't know why. It's a 2-turn attack if it's going to be that weak against me. Like, I'm Fletchling. I may be amazing, but, should do more damage. But it doesn't, and I just shred through his Pokemon, one after the next, after the other. And when Flamingo comes, I destroy that man with a single Terror Blast. And I won Larry, and now it's time for the last Elite Four member. Elite Four Hansel came out, and he starts off with the Noivern, missing a Hyper Fang as I go for a Terror Blast, killing him. His next Pokemon, Dragonite, comes in, and I know this dude is weak. What is he going to do? Poison me? I have Facade still. I'm good. So I use him as the one to farm my X items. I farm them one after the other until I'm too powerful that I can just kill everyone. While also healing from his attacks every once in a while, of course. So I kill him with the Facade due to him poisoning. Flapple was next, and I use the opportunity to once again heal, but he uses a Leech Sheet. And, of course, I kill him with the Facade. Haxorus is a threat, so I don't even worry about healing. Kill him with the one Facade. Dead. Now, time for his ace. I healed myself, but turns out he doesn't do much damage either. And I killed him with a Terror Blast, winning me the Elite Four, and all I have left for this challenge is the champion, which I should win after all of this. Now it was time for the champion, which I know he has a range of guys, but I was ready for him. I checked everything. I made sure I had the perfect item. I made sure I was all the way healed, and I went through those doors. She starts off with an Esparta, which I have already killed one. I have lost to one, but that was in the wild. That was forever ago, and I am now faster than this Pokemon, which I win him with a single Terror Blast. Next is Avalog, which is no longer any threat to me, thanks to my translation. Man, way too cheap. I farm him with my X defense, my X attack, and I do add X special defense just for fun, just to prove that I am better than that stupid Avalog. Finally, finishing hop with the Heat Wave. Combatant faces same fate. 2 Heat Waves, he's out. Go-Go dodged my first attack, but he followed his friends shortly after. Veluza came next, dying after 1 Terror Blast, and Gamora, her ace, was finally here. And I killed that little rock with a single Steel Wing, and I won the fight, winning the championship and winning the challenge all together. I am finally done. If you made it this far, you probably liked the video, and if you like it, why not subscribe? It's fun, it's free, it's the best. I also have a Twitch channel, and that's named similar. From this, it's FAV_SINER, favorite sinner, because I am the world's favorite sinner. And check out my other stuff. It's free, it's fun, and it's the best.